I will be revealing to you on how to make the tastiest ever Ekwang recipe in Diaspora with important tips and tricks. Keep watching ahead. Hello everyone, how's it going? It's your girl Claudie. Welcome or welcome back to my kitchen. Today we are going to be making the tastiest Ekwang, super delicious, finger licking. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button, like this video, and turn on the notification bell. And to my returning subscribers, you guys are amazing. You guys are the best. So let us jump right into the recipe. So right here, these are the cocoyams I will be using. To be specific, is the red cocoyams. In Cameroon, we call these makabo cocoyams. But if you're in Diaspora, it is called malanga. I just want to show you guys right here how it's called malanga, but it's a little bit faint, so I'm just gonna stick it to my hand so you can easily see how that is called, so that if you're going to purchase this, you're not going to mix up. The one for Ekwang is called malanga. So yeah, purchase this from an Asian store, because I always buy this from an Asian store. And first, I will show you two ways on how I peel my cocoyams. Either I use a knife to peel like this, but I do not like using the knife because I find that I dip the cocoyams a lot, like I'm wasting a lot of cocoyams, if you understand. So I prefer using my vegetable peeler, and it is so easy and it eases the process. It makes everything really fast. So let me know in the comment section which you prefer using. So to move ahead, so to make the cocoyam paste, you will either use a grater or use a juicer. I know most of you in Diaspora are used to like using juicers, but sorry, I'm not really a juicer person because it's just too much work washing that juicer after. So keep watching ahead and I'll show you what to use. And for my leaves, I'll be telling you like 4 or 5 different kinds of leaf, but I'll be showing you 3 because I did not have access to get the other 2. So I'll be using cocoyam leaf. This one is very common in Cameroon. If you have access to cocoyam leaves, go ahead and use it. And mostly cocoyam leaves, it has that little dot in the middle. Then this is the one I always use. It's called echong. And you can get it from an Asian grocery store. This is the best thing that has ever happened. Like, many people use it, and people, like, they always say echong has been saving lives ever since. This is one of the best veggies to use for Ekwang. It is so good. I use it, trust me. This is the only leaf I use in Diaspora. Or you can also use spinach. To be specific, you want to use the big leaf spinach, like really big like this, so they can easily wrap the cocoyam paste. Another leaf you can use is either collard greens or yam leaves. I always use either yam leaves or the echong. That's my every time favorite to go. And the cocoyam leaves is really expensive, so if you want to go for a cheaper option, either use echong or spinach or the yam leaves. Yam leaves is so good. I will not be using the cocoyam leaves today, but I'll just show you how I separate mine. I'm just showing this for those who don't know how to do it. I know many Cameroonians, they know how to do this, but trust me, we can have like some known Cameroonians that maybe their partners are maybe Cameroonians and they want to learn how to make some of our dishes. So I think this video is going to be very helpful to them. But if you know how to cut your leaves, please don't come and tell me how to do mine, because I'm probably going to be like, oh, when did you start using a knife to cut leaves, blah blah, whatever. But this is how I cut mine to have a good dimension and measurements. So let's go ahead. So the next thing you want to do is to wash your cocoyams perfectly with some water. Then we are going to go ahead to make the cocoyam paste. I will be using a food processor. This is the best thing, guys. If you need this food processor, I will drop the link for you guys in the description box so you can check it. So when using the food processor, you want to process it in such a way that it's not going to be 100% smooth. Okay, you want to get that a little bit of roughness in there, or especially in the cocoyams when you are eating the meal, if you know what I mean. So this is how the texture is supposed to be after processing. So when I was using the processor, my mom, she was like, I don't know how that is going to turn out with the food processor. I was like, okay, just wait and see how it's going to turn out. And she was shocked at the end, guys. So this is how it's looking. The next thing you want to do is to season with some salt, mix until it is perfectly combined.
Cooking with Claudie, cooking with Claudie, easy simple recipe. Cooking with Claudie, cooking with Claudie, easy simple recipe.
For the pot here, back home in Cameroon, we will always grease the pot with some palm oil. But since I'm using a non-stick pot, I do not need to grease the base of the pot. Okay, so but I wonder why they usually grease the pot, because the ekwang sticks to the pot like back home, but with a non-stick pot, like nothing sticks under there. So let us start by wrapping the cocoyam paste in the yu choy leaves. So just watch closely how I'm wrapping that. At the beginning, when you start wrapping, you will see that the meat rib is a little bit hard, so just break it till you have a perfect fold.
African, Asian, American, and worldwide recipes, pastries and bakes. African, Asian, American.
So go ahead and place the wrap inside a pot with the same side down. Okay, so guys, if you want a detailed recipe with all the instructions I'm giving in this video right now, please check my website cookingwithclaudie.com, and I will drop the link for you guys as well in the description box so you can check it out. Okay,
African and worldwide recipes, pastries and bakes, easy to follow from kids to adults. E go yummy yummy, e go yummy yummy. Easy to follow from kids to adults. E go yummy yummy, e go yummy yummy.
so make sure you space out the wraps so that when you are cooking, the water can easily get to the bottom of the pot. So this is how it's looking. What you want to do, you want to add the ingredients. I have some crayfish right here. Like I said, check the description box for the full recipe. I will be using some onions. I know I'm going to have some people like, oh, onion in ekwang is the best thing that's ever happened to my ekwang. Try onion in your ekwang, you're not going to regret it. So I just added in some seasoning powder. Crunchy onion just entered. Now my black pepper, white pepper, I will be using smoked fish and smoked beef for today. So guys, I will advise, if you want to use any proteins of your choice, it should be smoked for a perfect flavored ekwang, if you know what I mean. Smoked chicken too is actually good, trust me. Smoked turkey is also good. Now, since I want my food spicy, I will add in some chili flakes. If you do not eat spicy food, please skip this part, okay? Next thing you want to do, you want to cover, then you want to place it on the fire for about, let me say, 2 to 5 minutes on medium heat, so that it's going to hold up a little bit. It's not going to be 100%. So right now, I will just open up my pot and I will add in some boiled water, okay? Adding some boiled water at the edges of the pot. At this point, you will cover and let it cook for about 15 minutes, okay? Let me say 15 to 20 minutes. And after that, you go ahead to like maybe shake the pot so that you can easily stir. But please do not use a spoon at this point to stir, like your ekwang is going to be so mushy, you'll not like it. One thing about ekwang is avoid stirring it from time to time. It's preferable to shake the pot like what I just did. So now adding your palm oil, you want to shake that again to make sure you have enough water at the base of the pot. So now you're gonna cover again and let it cook for another 15 minutes. I'm adding a little bit of water because I want extra gravy in there and I want it to cook again. So go ahead and cover that. Then this is how it's looking. At this point it is 100% cooked. This is when I'll use my spoon to stir from the bottom to up. Okay, you have to be very gentle at this point, and you'll see that when you want to serve, everything is just coming out like it's not going to be mushy, if you know what I mean. Guys, these tips, it is so important, especially if you're a beginner to cook ekwang, or maybe you don't know how to cook ekwang. It's gonna help you a lot. Okay, so guys, this has been cooking for, let me say, between 30 minutes to 40 minutes, or let me say this cooked for about 35 minutes highest. And this is how it's looking. Guys, in Diaspora, our cocoyam is not that itchy, but if you're in Cameroon, this is going to cook for longer. Okay, so this is the end of the video. You can go ahead and serve this hot, and thank you so much for watching. Until we meet again, bye for now.